All right, so Gear 5 Luffy is star level and MFTL plus. Fine with that?
Why is he MFTL plus?
Okay, well he dodges like time skip many times, and because of the way he dodges them and how like none of those light beams touch him at all, it's like a blitz level above. VSBW believes that a blitz level above is like 7 times, and then if you calc stack from there, it gets you to 2,000 times the speed of light by Wano.
Wait, so it's 7 times faster, and if you just like calc stack, it gets you to 2,000 times faster?
Yeah, the reason why is like Luffy stacks his gear two on top of that, which should be bare minimum 5 times increase, and then he surpasses his gears in his base form post time skip, and then he surpasses gear four in base, which is like gear two times three, and then he after he surpasses gear four in base, he can stack gear four on top of it, and that gets it to a certain number, and then you can stack like the observation hockey boost, and then that gets it to 1.9 times.
Wait, why? What's the quantification for that boost to get you to that number?
Hmm? Oh, which part? The gear four or
No, the
observation?
observation boost.
Oh, because on Whole Cake Island, Luffy fights Katakuri. Katakuri is able to dodge everything Luffy can do, and Luffy can't dodge him. But by the end of the fight, after Luffy unlocks Future Sight, he can dodge everything Katakuri is throwing at him. Meaning that he got a speed
Not
increase for
everything.
like his.
Yeah,
Hmm?
not everything, but
I mean,
yeah,
not everything,
okay.
but at least he's like relative now. It goes from like Gear Four not being able to do anything to Katakuri for him to be able to like go relative with him with Future Sight. So that's why Future Sight is like a Gear Four level increase in speed, or at least allows you to perceive those levels and react to those levels. You understand?
Sure. So
All right.
yeah, sure.
Okay, and
So
then you
you
want me
want
to scale star level Luffy?
no, I know what I know what meta you're using. I don't feel like
Okay, and you're fine with that?
going with calculations. Yeah, sure. So
And you're
Naruto
also
is
fine with Luffy having? Are you also fine with Luffy having Durineg?
because of his Aki. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So Naruto is 4D
Why is he 4D?
because he scales to Kaguya.
Okay, show me that. Wait, hold on. Before you show me him scaling to Kaguya, why is Kaguya 4D?
She creates a 4D construct.
Yeah,
Her
go ahead, show me.
dimensions. Fuck. What do you want me to show?
Prove just show me when she does the 4D construct creation, whatever it's called.
I can probably just argue in it, okay, because I'm mid game. So let's say, okay, so do you agree that like she creates the time space, or like the dimensions
No,
she
I don't
does, like
think
she
so.
weaves them together, or like which all just leads to her creating it anyway. So do you
I
agree with that?
believe I believe weaving and like straight up creating it are like two different things. Although weaving can lead to creation, weaving
Yeah,
like
so it wouldn't be a defeater.
involves extra steps. It involves extra steps that doesn't directly scale you to the end product.
That's fine. She was going to destroy it anyway, so that's fine. She was going
Yeah,
to
with
bring it to naught, so that's fine. I don't really care.
expansive truth. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. So her
Okay,
power
well
can
hold
interact.
on. If you're saying that like, oh, she can destroy it with its expansive truth seeking orb, I'm pretty sure Naruto doesn't scale to that. So it's like even if you get everything across for Kaguya, if you can't prove Naruto scales to the expansive truth seeking orb, which would be the 4D feat,
I don't
then
need to.
why not?
Because regardless of what power she uses, she would still be scaling to a fourth dimensional construct, which will still just upscale her to fourth dimensional being.
Well, hold on. You can have attacks that outscale you, right? You can have, for example, Piccolo uses in Dragon Ball, for example, he uses the special beam cannon, which one shots Raditz, who was previously
It
mopping the
don't
floor
matter.
with Piccolo, lead you to believe his attack can one shot himself, right?
Yeah,
So
but
it's like
that's fine.
even if,
But
huh?
AP is not the same thing as dimensionality. That's fine, but AP is not the same thing as dimensionality. You understand that, right? It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you are a 3D being, you will never affect a fourth dimensional being.
Okay,
It's
so
not a matter of strength.
you're claiming she's a fourth dimensional being?
Yup.
Yeah, go ahead and prove that.
I'm doing that right now. I'm arguing with you.
Yeah, you're saying okay, so she can create things, but then that means she's fourth dimensional.
She can create and even if you don't think she can create it, she can destroy it and it will still be a form of interaction with a fourth dimensional construct, which would
Yeah,
still
she
leave
can
her to
destroy
be
it.
a
She can destroy it with something that outscales her durability and all that.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not arguing for a durability or AP, I'm arguing for a dimensionality.
Dimensionality.
Yep.
Okay, well, does she do it? Okay, so is the Okay, so let me get this straight. You're saying she because she can destroy something that's 4D, therefore her existence is 4D.
I- I- the destruction is a rough interaction, correct?
Okay, so you realize Goku Goku also destroys or he threatens to destroy a fourth dimensional construct, right? But Goku is being able to be perceived by regular humans. You know that, right?
That'll just that'll just upscale the humans. I don't really care about Dragon Ball.
I would just
That's
okay, so
that's
you're
like
deciding to go the rat route. I see. I didn't teach you to become this way, Void. I see how it is. So, okay. Let
okay.
me wait.
Even
Okay, so you're saying she transcended the dimension because she's able to destroy it with an attack. Is that attack like is that attack hacks or is it like pure chakra? Wait, actually
it
no,
don't
before that,
matter
okay, fine. Okay, let me ask you something else then. Why are her dimensions 4D again?
because it's a time space continuum.
Yeah, go ahead and show me that.
Uh, fuck. Does anyone have like the scans where it's called like any scan goes like any scan is fine. Like the scan where it says she weaves the time space together, the dimensions together. Like the scan where Zetsu says she's going to destroy the time space. I don't really care. Just if y'all
Oh,
have
look
it,
at all
because I
those
I can't leave League mid game.
look at all those ops in the sixes buffet.
Posted it.
Searching through Kagura's time space requires a lot of chakra.
And I don't even know if the Goku thing is even analogous. Because I'm pretty sure, like with Kaguya creating it and destroying it, she like is destroying the continuum. With Goku, it could just be destroying the physical matter of the universe, but not like the
Okay, well
time,
then
for
you'd need
example.
to not only would you need to show me that it's a space-time continuum, which would like scale it to 4D apparently, you'd also need to show me where it stated that she was going to destroy like the entire space-time
Sure,
continuum, not like the physical mass inside
sure,
there.
sure. First of all, like if you if you agree that she creates it, which I can argue for
No,
that too,
I
but
already gave you context as to creation. I said weaving doesn't
yeah,
mean that you
no,
blatantly scale to it. You didn't really address that. So it's
no,
like
no, I
if you
did
try
address.
to
I did address that.
yeah,
Are you kidding
hold on.
me?
Yeah, no, you did. I said okay. I said I believe weaving it requires extra steps that don't necessarily equal to like just outright creating something like out of thin air. Because
It
like
doesn't inherently
I
require
already
that. I
hmm?
can weave a
We already
story,
argued over this.
and it's
We already argued over it. I don't think you mentioned
what do you mean
anything
we
about
already argued over this? You just said I didn't argue it.
okay, my fault. Then I already brought this up earlier. I
Bro,
don't know why
the
you're addressing
fuck?
this now.
And you
So
said
cool.
I'm being the rat, by the way. You said I'm being the rat.
Bro, okay, Void, just because I slipped up what I was saying doesn't mean I'm right. What the hell? All right, so wait, well, what else is next?
I asked the people in VC to like give any because I like any scan they have
Posted it.
that
I said
talks
I
about
posted.
Kaguya's dimensions.
I said I posted it. It's
Oh, okay,
the
so go there, CJ, please.
Okay, let me search up what space time.
Oh my god, no way this bitch runs from me. No way this bitch runs from me. No way. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
Okay, so
Damn.
all right, so space time. Okay, the concept of time with three-dimensional space regarded as fused in a four-dimensional continuum. All right, so space-time is just basically like, for example, our universe. It has three physical dimensions and then one temporal dimension, right? And then
Yeah,
you're
yeah, true.
claiming that because she destroyed the space-time, she's 4D. But I was gonna ask, like, does she destroy the actual space-time, or does she just destroy the physical space within it? Because like that's like saying I'm 4D because like I destroyed like a wooden plank inside a four-dimensional universe. You
Sure.
understand?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That's a fair question. So, most translations translate to like Zetsu saying like she's going to destroy it into naught or nothingness, and both imply that like you know the concept of nothingness would like include time.
Can you show me that?
What that nothingness includes like nothing?
No,
Because like if
show
you
me the
bring
Zetsu statement. Show me the Zetsu statement.
ooh, okay. Mm,
Who pinged me?
I think I have
Simply
it on my
Diego.
phone. I
Uh,
hope.
Diego. I haven't debated Naruto in a while, man. Okay. At least not like six past stage with Naruto. I usually do like
Is
Casey and six.
Diego on your dick?
He's saying, "Yeah, you're making me mad."
What the fuck? Fuck. I think Victor has it is in the server, probably no, or Chrome has it. Chrome definitely has it. Hold up. Okay, I need to buy items. Um, Chrome scan server. Look, search Kaguya. Okay, yeah.
What the hell is this? Is that a spider? Oh fuck! No, I'm down for it.
Uh, Winterfell scan channel here, here. All right. And I'm pretty sure that like yeah okay so like since we're arguing over Earth destroying it or something, I take it that like you accept that it is a space time since we
Oh
already
yeah,
like kind
it's
of
just
moved
okay.
on from this. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
retarded, bro. Why am I moving without buying items? Oh my fucking god.
All right. So
So buy this life steal.
maximized is
It's
stage
like
mode.
in the last paragraph. It says like she's going to make the world become not something. I don't remember, but I think
In the
it's like
last paragraph,
within
it
the
says
line.
a huge ball of chaos that even reshapes the world.
Oh, really? Hold on.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, uh.
get it to there.
Okay. And hello. Okay.
Bro, I should have used the freaking immeasurable Luffy skill
Oh,
if I
okay, yeah.
didn't know you.
So here's taking the chakra of the shinobi that were captured in the God Tree, a maximized truth-seeking ball. It's the same as black orbs in Naruto's back after you use the Sage Pass of Sage Mode. However, their size is not comparable. Taking in all chakra natures and yin and yang at once, it hides within the power to let the world come to naught. This like is
Okay, world. Okay, world. Like, let's say it's like talking about the planet definition. That would still only be the 3D thing, right? Like, you have to
Mhm.
provide extra evidence as to why it's talking about like the entire actual 4D time space rather than the physical like
Sure.
existence of it.
So
Because
sure. So this is like backed up by like the same feat where it's stated that this feat is going to destroy the dimension. So like it's just more probable that it's
this feed is
referring to
going
the
to destroy the
dimension than
dimension.
just
It
the
says that
planet.
inside the text. It says that inside the text.
No, you can see the image. Like they just show you the image, and like obviously the image
Yeah, you
that
can
they
destroy the physical space within the dimension, but does it destroy the extra part that makes it 4D, which is time? Because space
that's
time, by
that's the
definition,
definition of making something come to naught. If you make something come to naught, you literally destroy like all concepts. You destroy like time,
yeah, and it's
space, all like paradoxes, black
whoa,
holes.
hold
Like you
on, hold
destroy
on.
everything.
I told you, right? It says it's gonna make the world come to this, right? And I said, okay, world in Japanese can mean society, universe, planet, right? Even if it's even if it's like a universe, right? That still wouldn't really be 4D. It would just be destroying the physical space of the universe. That's why I said
No,
provide extra context.
no. If
Provide
it's
extra
a,
context.
I don't think you're understanding. First of all, what you said is just wrong. If it was a universe, it will absolutely be 4D. A universe, especially ours, it's absolutely 4D. And if you make our universe come to naught, that
Yeah, I
implies
was
you're destroying
obviously
time and the three axes in space. That's 4D.
I was obviously referring to the physical space within it because the first time I asked you this, I said, "Oh, let's say it's like planet, right? That would still be like the 3D. That would still be the 3D stuff, not the 4D stuff." That's what I meant by universe, not like the entire universe. I meant the physical embodiment of the universe, the physical stuff inside. You understand?
Yeah, I guess I kind of understand what you're saying, but it's like I'm pretty sure like this is just one of the definitions, one of the not definitions, one of the translations. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
like
one of Zetsu. Fuck, I don't feel like looking for the scan of the manga, but Zetsu straight up says, "Oh, she's going to destroy the fucking fuck." One day, okay, she's going to destroy the dimension and make a new one. And if you destroy the whole dimension, that implies you're destroying the time inside of it as well. okay. Well, if it says destroy the dimension, make a new one. Let me think. Well, again, you'd have to give me the scan.
Oh, CJ, come on, you know what scan I'm talking about, bruh.
No, I'm being okay. I'm gonna be 100% serious. I'm being so serious. I've never seen that scan. I've only seen this one where it's like, oh,
Okay,
it's gonna destroy the
What's what
world.
scan?
okay, so like,
That's,
fuck, I'll try to like tell you if you don't remember, then I guess I'll have to go there, go look for the fucking scan. It's like it says like mother will destroy this dimension and this time space, and in some translations she has this dimension. Like that's different translations. Some says she will destroy this dimension, and in others she says she will destroy this time space, and make a new one. Um, and like I'm pretty sure that, like the most consistent is she's going to destroy this time space. But like regardless, he says like she's going to destroy it and make a new one. But like, fuck, if you don't agree, then I guess I'll have to like look for it, or if you don't remember it, I don't know. It's like, do you remember that scan or like? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Damn. CJ? Hello? Yo?
The scan were y'all even talking about getting?
The one where Zetsu talks about like, like mother is going to destroy the dimension and make a new one.
all right,
You
so
know?
my fault. My dad
Yeah,
was
it's fine.
calling
It's fine.
me.
It's fine.
I could have been got that, nigga.
What?
Okay, so it said,
Give me a minute. I can find his scan.
Damn, I can be in the lane a little bit.
Night
Jesus,
Flame
bro, stop
got it.
being greedy.
Uh,
Okay.
Nigga, fuck
Hey,
that
Flame.
thanks,
nigga.
Night Flame.
Scan.
You,
Here's the
Night Flame.
Voide.
You were red, but you're W mans, bro. Love you.
Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna win this. Wait, what? How are we losing kills? What the fuck?
It
What the
doesn't.
fuck
It
are we?
doesn't say. Okay, let me read this one more time. This time space is her domain. JJK reference. Uh, trapped in Tsukiyomi, the Beedra not stable. Blah blah blah. Space of Kekimura, seeking orb.
Okay.
It's the start of a new time space. And now you will become its
Mhm.
sacrifice.
Let's start off a new time space.
Yeah, and I already told you why. Like her method of creating time spaces isn't really 4D. So it's like again, even
You
if
don't
it's gonna,
understand. Wait, wait,
even if
wait,
the
wait, wait,
oh
wait. Wait, you're missing.
hold
You're
on,
missing the
Void,
point.
hold
You're
on.
missing the point. But what you're saying doesn't like it doesn't mean anything. You're missing the point.
It
Like it's a
literally
waste of
says it's
time.
gonna be a start of a new time space, and you're
Yes,
saying yeah.
but it's a new time space, right? A new time space, right? It means she's going to destroy this time space, right?
Why does she? Okay, why does she need to destroy the entire time space to make a new one? We've seen her
Why would
make
she
multiple
destroy this
on screen.
planet in the time space and then need to create another one? Hello?
What? No, that's your burden. Okay, void. We literally see her like, we literally see her on screen make dimensions before. I'm pretty sure, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't think we ever see her make new dimensions on screen. I think she
We
like,
don't.
yeah, we only know
Wait,
that she
then,
made
okay,
them.
wait. Well, I mean, she probably doesn't. She actually do because like the scan you brought up earlier about the weaves dimensions together. Well, weaves is like present tense, and like the panel it showed would probably also
No.
apply to.
But the scan is like saying that her ability we like. I think it's something like she weaves dimensions together or something. It's saying like she can do it, but it's not saying that she does it on
Okay.
screen.
Okay. Well, never mind. Okay. So again, let me ask you a question. Let's say I'm like I have a house, right? And I want to
Mm-hmm.
move to a new house, and I hire people to build a house. Do I need to destroy this entire house just for me to move to the next one or create a new house to live in?
But you're missing the context there. Like,
What's the
but it says
context?
like, just look at the context. So like, if I say, he says like, she's going to destroy the dimension, right?
It doesn't say that. It just says it's going to be the start of a new time space.
What does he say before that?
Let me open my phone. Let me take a look. Right before that, he says an expansive truth-seeking orb, expansive truth-seeking orb that contains each and every nature, and then lists the natures. That's what he says
No,
before.
okay.
And then it says before that it says this root time space is Mother's exclusive domain expansion where she can directly extract chakra from shinobi trapped in the infinite Tsukiyomi. The Biju are now stable. Plus Mother has even produced a truth seeker orb. Expansive Kekemura, blah blah blah. It says it's the start of a new time space. And I said, okay, so it's cool that the truth seeking orb is there, right?
Oh,
And it's gonna
wait.
destroy something.
Okay, yeah, you could go. Sorry. Yeah, I was fighting.
Yeah, it's like cool that the truth seeking orb is there, but nothing in it says that the truth seeking orb is going to destroy the everything in the time space. It doesn't specify 3D
Okay.
part. It doesn't
Okay,
specify.
that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Kakashi says that she's going to destroy the dimension, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, is he talking about the physical part or is he talking about the entire dimension?
I already told you that if you destroy the whole dimension, you destroy everything that is in it. Like, a dimension is like
Okay,
you're destroying
well,
everything
hold on.
within it.
Yeah, and I already told you. Okay, well, Kakashi's a person who exists, right? And he takes space to exist, right? So if it's
Yes.
destroying only the 3D part of it, then that could be what he's referring to by what he means when he says destroy. That could be what he's referring to.
What? Okay, hold on,
Okay,
CJ, I'll
boy.
need you to think about what you just said.
Okay, so if he's a person that takes space to exist, and all she does is destroy the 3D space within the dimension, that would fall
What
under.
do you mean all she does is destroying the 3D dimension? He says she's going to destroy that dimension.
I said, hold on. Okay, my fault. Let me rephrase it, right? Since Kakashi's a person that takes space to exist, right?
Yes.
For him to say, oh, she's going to destroy the dimension, that could just be because she could destroy all the 3D parts of the dimension. Doesn't mean the entire dimension. That would still fall under what Kakashi would consider destruction as a three-dimensional person.
But I think you're missing what I'm telling you, though. If she destroys the dimension, and you already agreed that this dimension is a time space, she would be destroying the time space. Yes?
Yeah, and I told you. Okay, well, hold on. First of all, this isn't Kakashi's time space, right? So if it's not even Kage who's saying this, then that could fall under like the Kakashi. What Kakashi's saying could apply to like different alternate interpretations. I'm saying my alternate interpretation is because he's a person.
What do you mean?
Because he's a 3D person. Okay,
because he's not a 3D person. He's a 4D being. He interacts with Kaguya. Kaguya is a 4D being. He's not 3D. He's 4D.
What? Okay, so your definition of time space is inconsistent with what you've been saying this entire time.
No, it isn't. Well,
hold on.
It's perfectly consistent.
Hold on. Jeez. The definition of time space is a three-dimensional a dimension that has three spatial dimensions and one temporal dimension.
No, that's not my dimension. No. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's not my definition.
The definition of it.
No, it isn't. A definition of a time space is a continuum of space and time. It goes F.
Well, hold on, Voide. Okay. You said space time earlier. Hold on, Voide. You said space time earlier, and then they started posting scans of Sasuke. Sasuke says space time, not time space.
Yes.
If time space has a different definition, then that means you've been like arguing over space. Why did they bring up the Sasuke thing?
What are you talking about? The definition of time space. A time space is a continuum. You're not letting me explain. How the fuck are you supposed to understand my scaling if you don't even let me explain, bro?
Well, Voide, that's because you missed what I said. Okay, you said earlier in the debate, you said space time, and you said, "Oh, does anyone have the scan?" They started bringing up scans of Sasuke. Sasuke says space time. If time space has a different definition, that's cool. And that means you're shifting the goalposts now because you're switching to time space, which isn't space time. I've been arguing over space time, which is not time space.
Just because I messed the wording. You know when I say space-time and time-space, it's literally the same thing, right? What I'm saying is the definition of space-time or time-space is a continuum of a physical plane with time. That's the definition of a time-space or a space-time, okay?
No, space-time says the concepts of time and a three-dimensional place. If you're saying any old plane, time-space could apply to like even a five-dimensional or six-dimensional construct. Space-time is just strictly four-dimensional. If you like, and
Oh my
again,
god.
even if you misspoke, you should have read the scans they were posting. The scan said space-time. If you want to, or if you want to argue over
I
time-space,
know what
go
it
ahead and
says.
bring
I
me
know
where
it
it
says.
says time-space.
You know. Oh, oh my
If
god.
you want to,
Okay, CJ, what's the
if you
difference
want to,
between space time and time space? Please tell
okay,
me.
time space allows for it to be higher than just four dimensional. Space time just limits it to four dimensions.
Why does time
And
space
like,
allow for that?
huh?
Why do you think?
You said the definition is a physical plane of existence that has time in it, right? A physical plane of existence could be five dimensions, five physical dimensions, six physical dimensions, seven physical dimensions, so on and so forth, right? That's not a space time. They're two different things. So if you want to argue over time space, go ahead and bring me where the evidence is. But if you do that, you're dropping this point, and therefore I win it.
The four axes on space-time are X, Y, Z, and CT, where C is... Okay, no, you're just wrong. That it is scientifically possible for a space-time to be first-dimensional. You're just scientifically wrong. I'm sorry to tell you.
I was saying a space time is four dimensional, but it only has three physical dimensions. Well, let me show you the definition.
I don't care. I don't care what physical... I agree, it has only three dimensions, but she's also destroying the time inside of it because she's destroying everything in it.
Okay, then why did you get mad when I said Kakashi's 3D? I meant 3D in the spatial sense.
Because it scales to someone who can destroy who can destroy a dimension with time inside of it. That makes them 4D.
And I said 3D. I said 3D in a spatial sense.
Then why does that matter to the scaling?
Because I said so if Kakashi is a three-dimensional being, right, who exists in only three dimensions, but he can't interact. Like let's just say, let's like assume for the sake of argument, let's say he can't interact with the fourth dimension, right? At the end of the day, he still exists in only three dimensions. Kakashi can't exist in the past, present, and future at the same time. He only exists in three dimensions at once.
Sure,
Right?
that doesn't matter. Yes, but that doesn't matter.
So if that's the case, Kakashi's definition of destruction could also be the 3D definition, not the 4D definition. You need to find more evidence as to why he's talking about the 4D definition.
No, okay. I am using the actual definitions of each word. Do you agree that a word has a definition? Like words have meanings, right? That's the whole meaning of
words
like
have meanings.
language,
Obviously,
right?
Words have meanings.
What does destroying everything mean? Can you give me the definition of everything, please?
Everything. Okay, well, hold on, Void. You miss. Okay, you're missing the point here, right? And I'm saying, although Kakashi, let's say I concede and say he is four-dimensional, right? If I were to concede and say that doesn't affect what I'm saying. I'm saying Kakashi exists in only three dimensions. So if the three-dimensional plane gets like erased, then he will not exist anymore. But that would
Sure,
only
I don't
get you
care
to
about
3D.
that.
Okay, so you don't care about my argument, so you're not going to address it.
No, I don't care if Kakashi is 3D or if he gets destroyed. If like the three axes in space get destroyed too. I don't care about that. That's not my argument. I don't really care.
Okay, well,
I'm saying
Void,
Kage is 4D because she can destroy time and she can destroy space, the three-dimensional spaces.
Well, okay, Void. Okay, look. Let me. Okay, the reason why we're even arguing over this in the first place is you're saying, well, okay, so this is a space time. It's 4D. I said, yeah, this is 4D space time. And then you said,
yes.
Well, the reason why she should scale to it and not like go under what I said earlier about the weave stuff, right? The reason why she should scale to it in all four dimensions is because she creates something that's going to destroy the entire space time. And you're using what Kakashi says as evidence, but the issue with what Kakashi says, it can be interpreted as only the 3D part. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if you don't care, that's cool. We can move on.
What do you mean it can be interpreted as that? You say it can be interpreted as that because you just want to interpret it that way. There is literally nothing you have to back up that possibility. Like literally nothing.
Well, hold
you
on.
say, well, is 3D.
You say like first post the Kakashi scan. First post the Kakashi scan.
Fuck no. I'm not going to leave the fucking League game to fucking give you a scan. I don't know. But
you're playing League? Oh nah. Hey, does anyone have the Kakashi scan then? Does anyone have the Kakashi scan?
Sorry, as I was saying, okay. The problem is that you're saying that it's like, oh well, it's 3D, but we could be referring to like all this 3D, but that doesn't make sense because he's talking about she's going to destroy the dimension, not. It doesn't say she's going to destroy the three axes in the dimension. That's not what he says. She's going to destroy the dimension.
Okay, but the part of the dimension he exists in is the 3D part, and that could okay. If the part of the dimension that he exists in is the 3D part, and the 3D part of the dimension gets it destroyed, Kakashi would also get destroyed as long as well.
It doesn't matter.
You know that, right?
He can be destroyed.
Okay, well, hold on, Void. I'm saying, right, the reason why what he said could be interpreted as only 3D would be because of that. If you say it doesn't matter,
him getting destroyed doesn't actually back up that point.
I'm
Do you
saying,
understand that he
hold
says
on.
she's going to destroy that dimension?
Okay, I see where the misunderstanding is, right? I'm not saying that if it kills him, it's gonna be limited to 3D. Like that's kind of stupid, right? It's like saying, well, Goku's only
Yeah,
rock
okay,
level because
sure.
he only destroyed a rock, right? What I'm saying is when he says, oh, it's gonna destroy the dimension because of how because of the nature of his existence, it could just be referring to only 3D. So that's why I said that. I'm not saying that if it destroys Kakashi, it's only 3D. I'm saying because of what Kakashi says, you're basing this off of what Kakashi says, but because of Kakashi's existence, it could only be 3D. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
You'd
so
have to
first of all,
provide more evidence.
first of all, for that argument, you don't even need to bring up he gets destroyed. Like even if it was a 5D and says, well, the dimension is going to be destroyed, you could say like, oh well, it could just be talking about the 3 dimensions. Like you don't even need that part, right? So and secondly, he doesn't say she's going to destroy the axis in space or the dimensions. He says she's going to destroy the dimension, and we already
Okay,
agreed
now
that
you're
the
arguing from
dimension.
silence. Now you're arguing from silence.
What the fuck do you mean I'm arguing from silence? The
Okay,
word the argument I'm using
well,
follows.
hold on. An argument from silence is like, oh, you're saying my interpretation can't exist because he doesn't say so. That's just an argument from silence.
Okay. Now let's go. How many axes in space are there in this dimension?
In this dimension, okay,
Mm-hmm.
going under the definition of space-time, the one that I saw, right? The definition
Yeah.
of space-time says there's three spatial dimensions. Length,
Dimensions
width,
in
and depth.
plural? In plural?
Yeah,
So why does it say dimension?
three spatial dimensions. Three spatial dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
There's
why does it
length,
say?
width,
So
and
why does it say in singular? Why does it say dimension and not dimensions?
well, okay, dimension has two different definitions. At least the main ones we're arguing over is two different definitions. The first one when it
That
comes
doesn't
to like
matter, but
spatial.
okay.
Well, yes, it does. Yes, it does. You're saying, well, it can't be referring to 3D only because it has one dimension has two different definitions. Dimension could be like, for example, this case Kaguya's personal universe, but dimension could also be referring to length, width, and depth. Those are two different things. I'm saying
No, it
this
couldn't.
dimension, huh?
Oh my fucking god! You can say a dimension with 3 axes, even if you say it like, oh, we could be like saying dimension as in like for like width and shit. That'll be like plural, 3 dimensions. Those are 3 axes in
Wait.
space. It says in singular, so it's more probable that he's like referring to the only like singular dimension
Okay.
that we know about, which is the
Wait,
space, the space time,
let
or
me
whatever like you wanna call it. I don't care.
explain to you. Let me explain to you. Okay. All right. So
Sure,
if I
explain to me.
say let's say like we're in the Naruto world and we're in one of Kaguya's dimensions. This universe is a lie, right? Let's say, oh yeah, we're in Kaguya's dimension. Dimension in the sense that it's like her personal domain that she weaved together, right? But then I say, oh yeah, but there's 3 spatial dimensions in here. I'm saying dimensions as in there's length, width, and depth. And
Yes.
the reason why my interpretation works is like, although Kakashi says dimension, right? I'm saying his definition of destroy because he's a 3D person could just be the 3D part of it, right? And it's
Okay.
also backed up by the fact that it's not even his dimension, so he doesn't even know the full extent to it.
Okay,
So it's
question.
like,
Why did you in your argument say dimensions and not dimension if it can work anyway?
I said dimensions. I said dimensions
Yeah, exactly.
to
Why?
differentiate. Well, hold on. I said dimensions to differentiate the one I was talking about. Because we're talking, although dimension has 2 different definitions, if we keep saying it over and over again, we're bound to get confused. That's why I said 3 different dimensions, which is a 3
my
spatial dimension. And
Okay,
I'm saying,
can you show me? Can you show me where you learn or who taught you that like dimension in singular can mean axis in space? Please show me. If you don't have like anything to back that up, I don't care about that because it's not true. It's just not true.
okay, look. Okay, Void. Okay, look at this. Look at. Okay, wait. Look at this definition I'm about to drop. It's posted. All right, it says space time. The concept is time and 3-dimensional space, right? It says 3 dimensions. So 3-dimensional. If I said dimensions, that's what I'm referring about. 3-dimensional, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
And I'm saying the other definition of dimension can just mean, for example, Kaguya's universe, correct?
Okay. So
when
here
he says
it's like 4th dimension. Okay, you can go.
Okay, so when he says, "Oh yeah, she's gonna destroy the dimension," right? I'm saying he could just be referring to the 3D part because he's a 3D person with a 3D existence. So if the 3D part gets destroyed, that would be the same as like destroying the dimension for him technically.
Okay, so I'll tell you like this once, and if you still don't get it, and you still want to go about it, that's fine. We can just like let VC chat. I don't care. So just because it says that the space-time is a dimensional space, okay, it's a dimensional, doesn't mean that you can use dimension in singular to refer to axis in space. Okay? You understand that, right?
Yeah, okay,
Dimension
but
only can only be
arguing
used
over.
in the way that I'm saying.
I'm not arguing over what he says. I'm arguing over the context of why he said it. I'm saying,
You don't understand.
although
Kakashi says dimension. It doesn't say dimensional. It doesn't say dimensions. It says dimension in singular. That can only be interpreted as the dimension and everything inside of it. We already agree that the dimension is a space-time, and we already agree that the dimension is that the space-time is a fourth-dimensional construct.
yeah, Void, you know what context is, right?
Do you know?
Yes, I do. Void.
You
Okay, so
you definitely don't.
the context is Kakashi should have some level of ignorance because it's not his dimension. And the
Okay,
other
we're
piece
going
of
to argue
context,
for like levels of ignorance of a character statement. Alright, cool.
well, hold
That's
on,
fine.
hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm the red. Yeah, I'm the red. I'm the
It's
red for
not
sure.
necessarily. Oh, hold on, not necessarily. And I was gonna say as well, Kakashi has lived all his life as a three-dimensional being when it comes to like having length, width, and depth, right? If he's lived all his life, then that could just mean when he says, "Oh, it's gonna destroy the dimension," it could be under the context of the 3D part. Because if the 3D part ceases to exist, like his perception of the dimension would also cease to exist because he wouldn't exist anymore. That's why I'm saying the context.
His existence, but like you don't understand. Okay, so first of all, please like stop wasting time with like, oh, his existence will stop existing. Like that's just like useless. It doesn't matter to the statement.
Then
The
let's
statement
move on
isn't
then.
like
If
we
you
are
can
going
argue-
to die. The statement isn't like we are going to die. The statement is she's going to destroy the dimension. Whether he gets destroyed or not, that's like completely irrelevant. I understand your point. Like even for your argument, that's just like completely irrelevant. But like,
Let's
secondly,
move on.
I mean, we can't really move on since that's my whole scale. So
Oh, this is your whole scale.
yeah, sure.
Okay, I was
already
gonna
see that.
ask you another. I was gonna ask you another question. About the four-dimensional existence part. After this.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So after we moved on from that, you're saying, okay, this would all get Kaguya and by extension Naruto to 4D existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Why is my Discord not moving? What the hell? Yeah,
So you're saying they're 4D because of they destroy a space time, right? We agree, right?
Mm-hmm. Fourth dimensional construct. Yes.
A space time is defined as 3 spatial dimensions and 1 temporal dimension. So even if he is like quote unquote 4D, this would only mean that he's 4D when it comes to like the temporal part. If you can still interact with him, if you're trying to go down the route where like the Shibai route, where it's like, oh, he can't interact.
Okay, that's fine. So, but you understand that by saying she scales above the temporal dimension, you're saying that she scales above time, right? You understand that's the implication there, right?
So I say scale up. Did I say scale above? I meant scale 2.
You said like this could only be referring about the temporal, but the temporal means time, and if she scales above time, then like that's fine. It still leads to my character being yours.
Little did you know, Luffy's immeasurable. You
didn't argue for that. You argued for.
I know. I'm just messing around. You got me. I forgot. It's okay. So basically, do you want to conclude?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll conclude first. Okay. So yeah, my opponent agreed to my scale. Star level Luffy. 2,000 times the speed of light. Okay, give me a second. My parents should call me again. Whoa. All right, I'm back. Okay, as I was saying, basically, my opponent conceded to my scale, right? So, and then he brought up his scale, and then his scale is Okage is 40 in existence, and the reason, the evidence he used for it, right, was the Truth Seeking Orb. I said the Truth Seeking Orb doesn't scale because everything he brought up to say that it would scale to the full 4 dimensions of the dimension. Like for example, his main piece of evidence was the Kakashi statement. I said the Kakashi statement could have context behind it because of how Kakashi like lived his life for literally all his life. He's a 3-dimensional person. So if the 3-dimensional plane gets erased, then that would just technically be what he meant by the dimension part. So basically, I believe I won. That would just put Kakashi in like a 3-dimensional plane, and therefore Naruto as well, because they both quote unquote skill to Kage. I'm pretty sure, right? You're fine with that?
What do you mean? I'm fine with that. That's okay. That's your conclusion statement. I'm
No,
fine with that.
it's like that would only put Kakashi there, but like you didn't really connect it back to Naruto, because if you can
I mean,
connect it
I
back to
guess I'll
Naruto, that
talk
would
about
be
it in my. I guess I'll talk about it in my conclusion statement. I guess.
well, yeah. Basically, that would just put everyone there at 3D existence only, and not like any 4-dimensional through any temporal means, meaning Luffy speed blitzes and one shots because he couldn't scale anything above just base
Mm-hmm.
3D.
Okay.
Uh,
So Okay. So CJ tried to like even with the Kakashi statement, CJ tried to argue for like dimension could just mean the 3 axes in space, which is just not scientifically how you use the word dimension. Like he couldn't back that up with a source that supports him using the singular word or term dimension as a axis in space. I think I won just because he pretty much said that this would lead to Kage just scaling above temporal dimension, which leads to a speed blitz, and Naruto has the Rasen Shuriken, so that's just the next speed blitz. I don't really care. Yeah, I pretty much won this, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, Victor, what do you think?
What do I think? Void basically, in my opinion, won the point about Kage being like above time and shit. You basically agreed at the end, but I don't remember him actually connecting it to Naruto. I need to re-listen to the start of the debate because I'm pretty sure he
I
started the
said I
debate with.
conceded that they were relative, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, then I think Void won, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yes,
You said what
sir.
exactly made him win?
He won the 4D point. You basically at the end agreed that Kage would be like above time, and then via that would just in speed blitz. That's what he said.
Yes,
And
All
sir.
right, all
you
right.
already agreed they're relative. So Naruto's at like 4D measurable speed or something, or just
Mm-hmm.
infinitely above. And then Luffy's at a finite speed, and it just would get speed blitz.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good
yeah.
debate, boy. Man.
Hey,
Yeah.
CJ. Hey.